Hey guys, Jacob here, and in this short video I want to show you how you can get any data from Amazon SP API and Advertisement API using our MCP and Gemini agent. We'll be showing you some examples with raw data. Also, we'll be building the dashboard application, and also we'll show you how you can automate your reporting and create a PDF report with all of your Amazon data. Enjoy!
Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Casper, a software engineer at DeltaLogic and the team behind DataDoe. DataDoe is an AI-powered ecosystem to connect, view, analyze, and work with Amazon data. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how to supercharge your AI workflows by connecting your favorite AI agent directly to the DataDoe MCP. Here is exactly what we will cover in this video. First of all, I show you how to get access to our DataDoe MCP tool. Then I'll explain what this connection actually means. Instead of spending hours building complex integrations with the Amazon SP API and Ads API, the DataDoe MCP acts as a ready-to-use data layer. It collects, processes, and shares your Amazon data so your AI agent can understand and use it instantly. Finally, we are going to put this to the tests. By the end of this video, we will run through a series of live prompts to extract specific seller data, use the AI to generate a fully interactive Amazon seller dashboard, and even write a script to automatically generate weekly PDF business reports. We are at the first point to get access to our DataDoe MCP, so let's get right into it. First, we need to grab our MCP key to get access to DataDoe MCP tool. Head over to app.datadoe.com and log into your account. Please note that you must have an active DataDoe subscription to access the key generation module. Then navigate to the Integrations tab and click on it. Then we have to go to our MCP tile and click on it. Then we will be navigated to our special MCP module, and we have to click on MCP key. We have to name it, set expiration between 7 days till 1 year, and then click on MCP, create MCP key. Alright, we have generated MCP key. You have to copy this and also make sure you will copy this secret URL. We will use it in next videos, but keep in mind that you have to also copy this MCP key, because this monit and this key to copy will be not shown again. So click on it, MCP key was copied to clipboard, done, and then you will show on the MCP key list your newly created MCP. Move on to the second point of our agenda. What does connection between AI agent and DataDoe MCP mean? So first of all, I would like to show you how our DataDoe ecosystem works. We have DataDoe app, which is a web application that allows users to set up Amazon connections and use all DataDoe features intended for human use. Then we have DataDoe REST API, which is made for users more technical to build complex applications, automations, and scripts. And then we have DataDoe MCP tool, which is the main topic of our video, which is a tool for everyone to integrate with AI agent. Okay, so now I will show you how this connection works. So previously, integrating with Amazon SP API and Ads API was very complex. First of all, you had to have data connector, any custom logics, and registered application in Amazon selling partner. And this data connector made API call to SP API or Ads API, get response, make some processes, validating those data, collecting in database, and also probably you had a client, which was a UI tool, which analyzing data fetched from database, processing this response, and then probably visualizing, sending some reports to users, etc., etc. But now we have a modern way that we'll present you in this video, where we have a user who is prompting to AI agent like cursor agent. This agent reasoning this prompt and then processing this request and call DataDoe MCP tool, which is ready to use data layer, which returns to AI agent data which are needed to properly process tasks delegated by user, and then AI agent prepare and present final result for the user in the chat or preparing some next actions to perform. The key for DataDoe MCP was generated successfully, so now we have to connect this MCP key with your favorite AI agent. Today I will show you how to connect DataDoe MCP with Gemini CLI. So if you scroll down below in our DataDoe.com integrations MCP subpage, as you can see, there is a advanced use cases section, and here we have a dedicated manual for Gemini CLI. If you click, you will open the model with the whole manual for Gemini CLI integration. But today I will show you easiest way how to integrate MCP by DataDoe with Gemini CLI. We've prepared for you a dedicated repository template on our channel, DataDoe MCP Gemini CLI, and the only thing you can do is just by click here and then copy URL for repository and use git clone command to fetch our repository template. Then open this repository in your favorite IDE. Now I will open this repository with cursor, and here there is a manual prepared for this template, how to use it and how to integrate with how to prepare a connection between DataDoe MCP and Gemini CLI. First of all, you have to install Gemini CLI on your computer, and there is a whole manual for these steps. And then if you will have it, you can check if installation was ended successfully just by typing in your terminal Gemini --version, and here, as you can see, there is a version of Gemini CLI. Now you have to plug your MCP key to DataDoe. So you have to go to project directory and copy this label for key, DataDoe MCP key, to your real.env file, and then paste your real MCP key for this key value per in .env file. Okay, let's close it. And then we've prepared for you dedicated script as for other examples of connecting DataDoe MCP and AI agent. So we will use it just by typing sh and then scripts/start gemini.sh, and then we can open with one command, and Gemini is loading. Okay, so now as you can see, there is a Gemini CLI shell, so I will extend the surface for this, and the key was loaded to environment through our script from .env file. So we can check now if DataDoe MCP was connected with Gemini successfully just by typing /mcp, and here, as you can see, there is a proper connection between Gemini CLI and DataDoe MCP with list of available tools. And that's all when it comes to connection between DataDoe MCP and Gemini CLI. Before we start to test connection between DataDoe MCP and Gemini CLI, I would like to mention that currently there are some issues related with connecting directly DataDoe MCP to Gemini CLI running through this command, and currently we recommend to use our dedicated CLI bash script which we will run in few seconds, and until Google will not resolve those problems with connecting MCP directly, we are using this tool, which uses MCP remote proxy to connect properly to our DataDoe MCP server to Gemini CLI. So let's open our terminal and just type sh and run our start Gemini script. And here we choose the first option, and we are loading Gemini with our DataDoe MCP key. So to check again if our DataDoe MCP is properly connected to Gemini CLI, we type / and MCP and hit enter. And here, as you can see, there is properly connected DataDoe MCP with list of available tools provided by DataDoe MCP. So now let's start with something simple to test the connection. So I will paste my prompt, show my sellers registered on Amazon.com, hit enter, and we are waiting for the response. Gemini asks us for permissions, so now we will allow all server tools for this session. Yeah, and as you can see, there is ready to use response. We have two sellers, Delta UK and Delta DE, with some additional information about SPA API connection. So now let's pull some recent data from DataDoe account. So I type show my sales for the last 7 days for the Delta UK seller. Hit enter and we're waiting. And here, as you can see, there is whole process of reasoning and getting some responses from DataDoe MCP. Okay, so we allow to sleep AI agent for this session for 5 seconds to wait for the response from MCP. Okay, so here, as you can see, there is a response. So the sales data for the Delta UK seller for April 15th, 2026 to April 20th, 2026 is summarized below, and we have in CLI kind of table with date, total sales, total units, and total orders, and short summary. So yeah, here as you can see, the MCP translated this intent, fetched the exact proceeded data, and feeds it back to agent in few seconds or few minutes. So now we can also do deeper analytics. So let's try to test our connection for DataDoe MCP and Gemini CLI for a more sophisticated example. So I paste a prompt which is prepare me a report which includes top 5 PPC chat ASINs by spend for the last month for the Delta UK seller. Hit enter. Okay, so we have a ranking, and here is the report for top 5 PPC chat ASINs by spend for the Delta UK seller. We have a rank, chat ASIN, product name, and total ad spend, and short summary provided by Gemini. Now we can also do deeper analytics. So let's ask it to prepare a list of orders for the Delta UK seller for the last month where the order status is cancelled. Provide Amazon order ID, order status, date, fulfillment channel, and city destination. So let's hit enter and allow to use some DataDoe MCP tools for this session. Okay, so now as you can see, there is a ready to use response. It perfectly filters the data and formats it with exactly the columns that we've requested before. So we've got Amazon order ID, order status, date, fulfillment channel, and city destination. And there is a kind of sample of those cancelled requests. So here, as you can see, there is a first 20 out of 564 orders. And if you need the full list or a specific segment, please let me know. So we will ask to prepare a CSV file as a response. So prepare a full list of cancelled orders as CSV file, place it in the project directory called cancelled-order.csv. And allow for the session to use some CLI commands. And here, as you can see in working directory, there is a cancelled-orders.csv file with all of these orders. Let's check it. Yeah, as you can see, there is 564 orders which were cancelled for DataDoe UK seller. Now let's take all these contexts and build something more sophisticated with the UI. But before, because this prompt will be complicated a little bit, so I would recommend to make sure that you are using the proper Gemini model. So to do that, just type model in Gemini CLI shell, click enter, and go to manual, and then choose Gemini 3.1 Pro Preview LLM model. And then I'm going to give the agent a detailed prompt, which is very long, so I'll hit the enter to show you. To build a modern, responsive dashboard with very popular and basic front-end technologies. And I'm asking it to build a KPI grid with some following sales metrics like total sales, total units sold, total orders, total ACOS, and also below that I want a day-by-day line chart tracking total profit versus ad costs. And then as you can see, I have to hit the enter to give permission for the agent, and now we are waiting for response from AI agent. So now, as you can see, there is a phase where AI agent is trying to retrieve data from DataDoe MCP before it starts building the dashboard. Okay, and now as you can see, I gave permission to create directory in our project directory, and then agent have created some JSON files, and then probably it injects data from DataDoe MCP. So again, let's allow for the session. Okay, and now as you can see, there is a short summary that informs us that our dashboard is ready to consume. So to do that, now I open index.html file, and then as you can see, there is ready markup, and then I will click right click of mouse and then open this page with live server. This is a extension for cursor or VS Code. Okay, and our session has been started, and then I will show you ready dashboard running locally. So now, as you can see, there are expected KPIs as beautiful UI tiles with some metrics, and also percentage change, which is compared to comparison period, which is the month before our current period, which is March 2026. And then we have total sales, total units sold, total orders, and total ACOS, and really beautiful line chart with two metrics, total profit and ads costs, presented day by day. So for our final case study, let's look at the automation. I want the agent to create a script that generates a weekly PDF business report for Delta UK seller. So I am pasting a prompt which is very long, and hit enter to show you. Okay, and here, as you can see, I am asking to use a React PDF library, and I wanted to pull data for the date range, including daily revenue, ad spend, and flagged some events. And also I'm giving it a strict document formatting instructions, a professional header, a financial summary block with an AI-generated text summary, a section for suspicious activity, and exactly 3 actionable strategic recommendations. So let agent work. And here, as you can see in our project directory, agent created a PDF report, and I installed some dependencies. So we are waiting for the response from the Gemini CLI. And again, give permission. So as you can see, Gemini CLI have done its work. And let's check our work directory, and here, as you can see, there is our PDF report directory. We've created Delta UK weekly report, and here is the summary what AI agent have done. And here I will show you ready to use PDF file. So as you can see, it is perfectly structured corporate business report with all needed data, and also format which we've expected during creating our prompt and pasting it to our Gemini CLI agent tool. And that was the last example of integrating Gemini CLI with our DataDoe MCP tool. Okay, that is how easy it is to connect your AI agents to DataDoe MCP. Whether you want to instantly query your seller metrics, build beautiful custom dashboards, or automate PDF reporting, DataDoe provides the data layer to make it happen. Thank you so much for watching. If you run into any issues or have questions about the setup, drop a comment down below and we'll be happy to help you. If you want to try this out for yourself, head over to datadoe.com to start your 7-day free trial of our AI platform. Please hit the subscribe button for the DataDoe channel, give this video a thumb up if you found it helpful, and we will see you in the next tutorial.